Is a robotic pool cleaner worth the hassle and price for the average homeowner, or is it a luxury only serious pool enthusiasts need? If you've been torn between spending weekends manually vacuuming your pool and splurging on a high-tech robot, you're not alone. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I first started looking into pool robots, the biggest thing that kept me from clicking by now was the fear of ending up with a machine that could handle the specific quirks of my backyard pool. My pool isn't a perfect rectangle, it has a shallow lounging ledge, a set of built-in steps, and a few vinyl liner seams that tend to collect debris. That kind of layout is where many lower-priced cleaners stumble. They either miss the edges or get stuck on the steps. I wanted something that promised to be both easy to use and genuinely capable of covering the whole floor without constant supervision. The SXXZYAZJ robot positions itself around those concerns with a few key claims: an enhanced roller that adheres firmly to the pool surface, a wide cleaning range, and a 120-minute battery runtime thanks to a 5,200 mAh pack. In practice, the roller does feel more grippy than the smooth rubber wheels you see on entry-level models. When I dropped it into the water, the roller clamped down on the tiled side of the pool and didn't bounce around the way a lightweight brush-type head might. That grip translates into consistent contact with the floor, which is exactly what you need to pick up fine sand or hair that would otherwise settle into the grout lines. One of the first practical tests I ran was the lounge ledge sweep. I set the robot on a timer, let it run its full cycle, and then inspected the shallow edge. The robot's path algorithm seemed to spiral outwards, gradually moving from the deep end toward the shallow side. The ledge cleared nicely, with only a few stray leaves that had clung to the railings. For most casual pool owners, that's the level of cleanliness you expect after a weekend of use. No need to haul out a handheld vacuum for a quick touch-up. Battery life is another real-world factor that often gets glossed over in marketing copy. A 120-minute runtime sounds generous on paper, but you have to consider pool size. My pool holds about 14,000 gallons, and the robot managed to finish a full pass in roughly 90 minutes. That left a 30-minute safety margin before the unit started beeping for a recharge. For smaller pools under 10,000 gallons, you'll likely get the full 2 hours, which means you could run it twice in a single afternoon without having to wait for a full charge. If you have a larger commercial-size pool, or one with multiple levels, you'll notice the timer cutting off before every inch is covered, and you'll need to run the unit twice or manually finish the corners. Energy consumption is a point where the SXXZYAZJ tries to differentiate itself. The robot runs off a rechargeable battery, eliminating the need for a constant power cord that drags across the pool deck. That not only reduces the risk of tripping hazards, but also saves on electricity compared to a traditional pump-assisted cleaner that runs continuously. In a rough calculation, running the robot for an hour uses a fraction of the power a standard pool pump would draw over the same period. If you're conscious about utility bills or just like the idea of a greener cleaning solution, that's a tangible win. Ease of use is something you can't fake with a video. The unit comes with a single button that toggles between clean and return to charger. There's no need to program cleaning schedules, sync an app, or wrestle with a tangled power cable. You just toss it in, press start, and let it do its thing. The charging dock sits on the pool deck, and the robot automatically docks when the battery drops low. The only manual step required is emptying the debris cup, which holds enough for a typical run in my pool. I found myself emptying it once a week, which is comparable to what I'd do with a handheld vacuum, but with far less back and forth. Now, no product is perfect, and the SXXZYAZJ has a few practical trade-offs. First, the robot's navigation isn't equipped with sophisticated mapping or